Hey Oilers fans, Austin here, and in today's video, I just kind of want to do a little formal discussion video. I uploaded a video a week and a half ago going through your questions and comments, and I kind of want to do something similar. I'm going to try and do this weekly, so let's just get right into it. The Oilers last night defeated the Golden Knights 5-4 in a shootout. I made a video on that last night, and I did complain about the officiating, and I'm still upset about it, but I'm not going to let that get to me too much because the Oilers have extended their win streak now to 3 games, which is very, very good. So let's kind of go over the numbers in those 3 games that they've won, all right? So their last 3 games, they have an expected goals for percentage of 68.8% in all situations. Their penalty kill is firing on all cylinders right now. They are 18 for their last 18. Whatever Paul Coffey and Chris Knoblauch are doing with that penalty kill, it's working, and I really like to see that. Next thing is the power play. Their power play is now 6 for 13 in the 3-game win streak, or a 46.1% conversion rate, which is very, very nice to see. And of course, their record is 3-0. The team looks like they are turning a corner, and in my opinion, I do think this team has turned a corner. Now, you might have some naysayers going, oh, well, they beat Anaheim and they're not good. Fair, but we're beating the teams that we should beat, right? Like, that's my argument. Anaheim's not good. You should be beating Anaheim. Well, you know, Washington, they got off to a hot start and now they're regressing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, we still beat Washington. We beat a team that we're supposed to. And the argument with Vegas will be, oh, well, they're regressing from their high PDO and all that good stuff. And it's like, okay, but again, we are beating the teams that we should be beating then. And I think last night, the Vegas game, even though Vegas was on the second half of a back-to-back, Edmonton absolutely dominated the whole game. I have some numbers here in front of me from last night's game against Vegas. At the end of the game, the shots were 34-26 for Edmonton, and the expected goals for in all situations were 4.92 to 1.83 for the Oilers. Now, with saying that, that means Stuart Skinner had another night where his goals saved above expected was in the negatives. And I truly believe, even though the team as a whole, you know, and Skinner had his shutout against Washington, he only gave up 2 goals to Anaheim. He's still not putting up the goaltending numbers that I would expect from a number 1 starter. He still looks a little shaky in the crease. I'm happy the team is getting some wins. We're lucky the offense showed up against Vegas, because that could have been another night where Skinner's goal saved above expected is over -2 and the team ends up losing because of it, even though they deserve to win, obviously. So when it comes to, you know, my belief of should the Oilers make a trade, should they go out and still get a number 1 goalie, I say wait until you are firmly established in a playoff spot, unless you really think Skinner and Pickard cannot hold any kind of fort down whatsoever. Stuart Skinner's play has been good enough, and that's all I'm looking for. We just need it to be average. That's it. And even though last night was not average, sorry, my eye is like super itchy right there. My apologies. Even though last night was not average goaltending for Stuart Skinner, found a way to get the win. He made a couple saves in overtime, which I thought were key. So yeah, Stuart Skinner, I'd like to see better play from him, but you know, with the team being 3-0 in their last 3 games, there's really not a whole lot to complain about. The next thing I wanted to address in terms of player news out there, Ethan Bear. Obviously, fans know Ethan Bear very well in oil country. He had a very vocal, supportive group here. I was a personal huge fan of Ethan Bear. I know a lot of people didn't really like him. Dave Tippett benched him in that game against Winnipeg in the playoffs, where he played Darnell Nurse over 60 minutes for some reason. But when it comes to Ethan Bear, it sounds like he's close to returning. Sometime in December, he wants to sign with a team. He's close to returning from his injury, his postseason rehab that he had been doing, his off-season rehab that he had been doing. And he's looking to re-sign, and it sounds like the Canucks are interested, and it sounds like there's a couple other teams that are interested. So one of my questions for you guys today for the comments is, would you be willing to bring back Ethan Bear, depending on the price? I think the Oilers still need help on the right side when it comes to their defense, and it's always nice to have more defensive depth. Philip Broberg just he's not established himself at the NHL level, and I would rather Broberg in the AHL playing 22 minutes a night, and then you can have a guy like Ethan Bear just kind of step in when you need him to. or give guys like Vinny Desharnais a break, because Desharnais, he has been playing well, at least in my opinion. I know the analytics don't like Desharnais very much, and I'm an analytics guy, but I do like the game that Desharnais brings. But asking Desharnais to continue to play at the level that he has, even though this is only his second season really at the professional level or NHL level, I wouldn't mind to see Ethan Bear come back. So what do you guys think about Ethan Bear? Now, the next question that I have is, should the have the Oilers turned a corner on the season as a whole? Now, for me personally, the way I answer the question, I say yes. The Oilers have turned a corner. I think this team is poised to go on a big run. I think the goal right now is if the team can just find a way to get to 500 by Christmas, I think they are in a very good position to go on a huge run in the second half of the season. Connor McDavid looks like he's at 100%. Leon Draisaitl's been playing better. And Darnell Nurse, I'm going to mention something with Darnell Nurse. If you guys follow me on Twitter, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I do knock Darnell Nurse quite a bit. A lot of that has to do with the money that he's paid and how angry I am at Ken Holland. But in this situation, I'm shoving all that to the side. Darnell Nurse lately has looked really, really good, and he deserves all the credit in the world for how strong of a game he has been playing. He took that puck off the face in, I think it was Washington, and he's looked incredible since. He's played really, really good hockey. Wait, no, it was Carolina. It was the game against Carolina when Darnell Nurse took that puck off the face, because Stuart Skinner also fell in warm-up, and then they gave up 4 goals in the first period. So, no, Darnell Nurse, I think he's been playing very well. He has looked like a number one defenseman for the last week and a half here, and I really hope he can continue to play at the level that he has been. And I also want to give it a shout out to Cody Ceci. I've noticed Ceci jumping up in the play a lot. I see him down low helping on the cycle a lot in the offensive zone. Whatever Paul Coffey is doing with his defense core right now, everyone looks settled, and they're not chasing, and they're not making high danger plays, and they're making smart passes. They're supporting each other down low. They're communicating well. It's really nice to see. So when it comes to Darnell Nurse and the defensive core as a whole, really happy with their play. And just going back to the initial question of, have the Oilers turned a corner on their season? I do believe they have. I know they are sitting at 8-12-1. There is still a huge mountain to climb. They are still at the base of this mountain, and they are looking straight up at the top of it. It's a long climb, but I think they have the tools in place, and I think they're prepared to start making that climb back out of the basement. So, as always, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting. We are nearing 600 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I want to thank you guys all so much for your support, and I do read all of your comments, all the feedback you give me, whether it's positive or negative. I truly, truly do appreciate it. For this video, I'm going to be looking at comments again. I'm going to be answering your questions even further. And if you just want to leave me anything in the comments, I love reading. I love reading what you guys send me. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Take care.